Every idea has a reason behind it, and every action creates a ripple. That's the foundation of today's lesson, cause and effect. Whether you are explaining a trend, analyzing a problem, or building a strong argument, mastering cause and effect is essential to writing clearly and persuasively. Let's get into it. In this lesson, you will learn how to identify cause and effects, organize them into clear paragraphs, use transitions to connect ideas, and write a strong, focused cause or effect paragraph. Our example, what makes bike rental programs work in big cities? The writing model discusses 3 factors that led to the success of a bike rental system. What paved the way for Velib's success? Velib has become the world's most successful bike-sharing program since it was introduced in Paris in 2007. There are 3 important causes for the success of Velib. First, Paris leaders planned carefully to avoid missteps. They analyzed where local residents and tourists were most likely to use bicycles. Velib planners then selected convenient locations for bike stations near bus stops and subway entrances. They also decided to have a distance of just 300 yards from one station to the next. The short distance allows cyclists to pick up and return their bikes easily. Second, the Paris government made Velib bikes affordable for riders with the cooperation of a large advertising company. Because the company agreed to pay for the Velib bike stations and 20,000 bicycles in exchange for advertising space, a one-day pass cost just $2.15. With this prepaid ticket, cyclists can have an unlimited number of 30-minute rides. Finally, Velib has been successful because of effective publicity. The Paris leaders created an image of bicycles as a vehicle for the future rather than an outdated mode of transportation. In a fashion capital, they convinced people that bikes are fashionable. All in all, Velib has succeeded as a result of thorough planning, creative financing, and powerful marketing. Questions about the model. Underline the topic sentence. Does the paragraph focus on causes, why something happened, or effects, what happened as a result? Well, we know from our topic sentence that there are 3 important causes for the success of Velib. It was our topic sentence. So, the focus is on causes. Underline the 3 main points of the paragraph. The sentence 3. First, Paris leaders planned carefully to avoid missteps. Sentence 8. Second, the Paris government made Velib bikes affordable for riders with the cooperation of a large advertising company. Sentence 11. Finally, Velib has been successful because of effective publicity. So, these 3, as indicated by first, second, and finally by the author, are the 3 main points of our paragraph. Questions about the model. In sentence 9, is the word because introducing a cause or an effect? Because the company agreed to pay for the Velib bike stations and 20,000 bicycles in exchange for advertising space, a one-day pass cost just $2.15. Can you determine whether it's a cause or effect? Well, it is the cause. The cooperation with the company caused the cost prices to go down. Noticing vocabulary. Prefixes. A prefix is a word part that is added to the beginning of another word to change its meaning. Understanding common prefixes can make you understand the meaning of words. It can also expand your vocabulary, which can improve your writing skills. Here you can see we have by, which means to, plus cycle, which means wheel, bicycle, 2 wheels. Tricycle, 3 wheels. Unicycle, 1 wheel. Here you can see practice 1. Co means together. Corporation, to work together. In means not. Inexpensive means not expensive. Miss means wrong, misstep, a wrong step. Outdated, away from today's style. Prepaid, paid beforehand. Return, to go back. Subway, railroad that runs underground. On would make an opposite. Unlimited means not limited. Here in the practice you can see coexist means to live together. Inescapable, not be able to escape or not able to get away from. Misunderstanding, a wrong understanding. Outgrow, grow and exceed the size of something. You can do the rest yourself. Okay, now let's move on to organization in cause and effect paragraphs. Like the paragraphs you learned in previous chapters, cause and effect paragraphs should have a topic sentence, supporting sentences, and 1 or more concluding sentences. A good cause and effect paragraph delves into the reasons behind an event, causes, and its subsequent consequences or effects. For instance, the writing model on page 149 of Longman Academic Writing Book 3 focuses on the factors that contributed to the success of the Velib bike sharing system. Here's another paragraph on the same topic, but it centers on the impact of the bike sharing system on cyclists. As you read it, compared to the earlier model about Velib. You can pause the video or take a screenshot. The effect of bike sharing in Paris. Velib, the world's most successful bike sharing system, has had 3 beneficial effects on cyclists since it was first introduced in Paris in 2007. The most obvious benefit has been the increase in activity among local people of all ages. Riding a bike is an excellent form of exercise. It leads to better overall health and an improved sense of well-being. Users of Velib also report another positive effect of the bike sharing system. They say they experience more day-to-day enjoyment. Cyclists have a chance to spend more time outdoors while biking to work. They can see Parisian architecture, art, parks, and street life. These are things that commuters rarely have time to notice when traveling by bus, subway, or car. Finally, bike riders in Paris praise Velib for its socializing effect. They say the Velib has created a bond between cyclists. Experienced users often help new ones learn the Velib system. They also greet one another and chat, because the cyclists are not crowded into a bus or train with a lot of angry commuters. They feel more like socializing. In conclusion, Parisians hope for Velib will result in fewer cars and less pollution in the future. But for now, they are enjoying the positive effects that the bike sharing program has already produced. Now, let's focus on each section of a paragraph, the topic sentence, the beginning, the middle, and the end. Well, the topic sentence of a cause and effect paragraph should clearly state the topic and the controlling idea about it. The controlling idea should indicate whether the paragraph focuses on the reasons behind an event, causes, or its consequences, effects. Causes. There are 3 important causes for the success of Velib. Effects. Velib, the world's most successful bike sharing system, has had 3 beneficial effects on cyclists since it was first introduced in Paris in 2007. So, the supporting sentences in cause and effect paragraphs. When gathering supporting information for a cause and effect paragraph, you first identify the main causes or effects related to your topic. Then you organize these causes and effects in a logical manner. For instance, the writing model on page 149 presents causes in chronological order, showing how Paris leaders planned carefully to avoid missteps, found financial support, and later executed effective publicity for Velib. On the other hand, the article The Effects of Bike Sharing in Paris on page 151 begins with the most evident effect and progresses to less obvious results. A third approach involves arranging the supporting sentences in descending order of importance, starting with the least significant cause-effect. Once you organized your cause and effects, logically arrange your supporting detail. Here's an outline for the writing model on page 149, demonstrating how the main causes and supporting details are presented in a logical order. Well, you can also take a screenshot. I won't focus on that again. But for each main point that we have, which are all causes, we provide at least 2 supporting sentences or supporting detail. It can be more, it can be less, it depends. You need to notice that you shouldn't just replicate this. You need to go by your instincts. But at first, an outline like this would really help you to find your voice, for you to be able to pursue further in your academic writing. Concluding sentences in cause and cause-effect paragraphs. Restate your central idea about the topic. Briefly summarize the key strategies that contributed to Velib's success. Consider the future and make a prediction. Or share your opinion on the topic and provide a recommendation. If you want to summarize, for example, you would say, the main causes or effects. All in all, Velib's success is the result of thorough planning, powerful marketing, and a commitment to convenience and affordability. Or you can say, for example, in conclusion, Parisians hope that Velib will result in fewer cars and less pollution in the future. But for now, they are enjoying the positive effects that the bike sharing program has already produced. You can also give your opinion about the topic. You can say, in my opinion, other large cities should follow the example of Velib so that their citizens can enjoy the same benefits that Parisians do. And here is a tip. Cause and effect paragraphs are prevalent but challenging to write. Therefore, brainstorming is a crucial step in the writing process. By utilizing a cluster diagram, you can gain a comprehensive understanding of causes and effects. This enables you to concentrate on the most significant causes or effects in your paragraph. Later on, we will discuss more about clustering or other forms of brainstorming to gather your ideas. But for now, I want to thank you for your patience, and please like and subscribe.